ever was, and I've raised them beagles. Now, I wouldn't be mean to a dog for nothing. I just wouldn't do it. But them beagles, pups, could be acting up, like snap my fingers like, and then squirt right back in the doghouse. I never hit one with a piece of newspaper and they'd be gone back up. And let me take that a little bit further. Many years ago, when John was small, honest, he could be halfway across that kickball field. And I'd snap my fingers, and he'd stop and turn to see what Daddy wanted. And I've told folks now through the years, would God that I responded to God the way my son responds to me. Well, Habakkuk didn't understand. And he went to God with the question. And God's response was almost, Skeeter, the same as it was in 2 Corinthians 12 when he told Paul, when Paul said, God, I got this thorn in my side. You remember? God, I've got this thorn in my side. We don't know what it was. And when the Bible is ambiguous, it's there that way on purpose to allow for application. But Paul comes and says, God, I've got this. God, it's killing me. And then the answer came. And you know the answer. Most of you do already. I'll get there in a minute. But can I tell you, it wasn't the answer that Paul was looking for at the time. Paul wanted the thorn removed. Just like we did. But God's answer was, how many members? My grace is sufficient for you. Habakkuk wanted justice in this situation. Habakkuk wanted God to intervene. And God's response was, you're just going to have to trust me. And oftentimes, that is God's response. That brings us to chapter 2, which is primarily devoted to God's answer to the second question. And first, in chapter 2, God assures the prophet. God assures the prophet that he is going to take care of the situation in his time. He tells them that Babylon is going to be punished. I think it is interesting that Babylon is going to be punished for overstepping the bounds that they were given. What it shows us is just like when the devil came up against Job and God said, you can go this far, dare not go across. Okay, you all know the story. In the book of Habakkuk, or in the years after the book of Habakkuk, God allowed the Babylonians to come up against Israel, but they were on a